All right, people are actually here, Frankie. How about you?
I physically can't sit up. I have a pinched sciatic nerve.
Oh, well, must be nice.
Oh no, I'm having a great time. It's been really fun being on my back for 3 weeks.
Well,
Not
all right.
bored.
All right, well, fine. Actual excuse, fine. Fine, if you're gonna be like that, then. Boo, medical problem. All right, well, gotta see when Nick will get in here so that I can frame some shit up. Oh, problematic. Nick, you're problematic. I mean, we love you. But, let's see. Do I want something in particular? I've got a couple minutes. Let me choose. Oh yeah, I think there's something I want.
If you think that you don't want to smile,
Let's see.
and if it takes you just
Yeah,
a
let's go
little
with that.
while.
Let's go with that. Give myself a little treat. So yeah, in addition to this being a weird setup out of the gate, Luke, we've also got 2/3 of the panel will be coming in remotely. So yeah, not only is it just weird if you've got the full 3 in front of you, you're also getting one from LA, one from Rancho. Yeah. Yes. No, Cordova. No. The more local Rancho. But apparently they've got a pinched sciatic nerve, so they have to be at home. Yeah. I thought it just sucked when mine just flared up, but to fully crimp it. You're probably gonna be good. I'm just waiting for Nick to log in so that he can get. Well, I appreciate that because we do have some pre-sale that it should be here. Hi there, folk. Well, and people have. I say, and people have. Oh no, this is an anti-bully show anyway. Everybody's got everything pre-written. It would just distract them to talk. Well, I hope not. It's supposed to be a writing show, but some people do show up less than fully written, and I don't like that. And we do a lot of improv around here, but this is not the show for it. We got online audience. Nice. We're still waiting for Nick. It's a weird setup, but trust me, it's a good show. All right.
When darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. Hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On the knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercy for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I do not leave my White Claw decisions to the whims of the fates. I know what I want. All right, well, this is gonna look weird when I get us going live to the world. Oh no, we're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. So, yeah, everything that we do, we stream. Obviously that started, when, like, through necessity, when we were all locked down, but it continues. Because clearly, I'd rather be a TV station than a theater. Alright. Alright, folks. It's doubly weird, I know. People watching at home that are seeing half of Frankie in 2 windows. I know. Nick Pettigrew is supposed to be. There he is! Oh, he snuck in right behind me. That son of a bitch. Hey. Careful! That is the second time you've dropped that cord in here. I'm gonna take it away from you. You can't be trusted to handle your stuff. Hey, there's Nick. All right. Except you guys are on the wrong sides, so I'm going to switch you. Not that it matters, but it matters to me. It matters to me.
Who are you switching?
Just switching your guys' positions on the screen. For Freaky Friday. Yes. We're body swapping, guys.
Delightful.
What are we doing, Cameron? I can't blame you. This is my old stage that could use some upgrades.
I'm a bull in a china shop.
There's a little bit of that going on. All right. Sorry. This is what happens when everybody shows up at showtime. I have to fix everybody's croppings and placements. Everything's fine. Hey, everybody. Good to have you. Welcome, people. Oh, this isn't the show part. Save that. This is one of our multiple pre-shows. Waiting for people to show up in person, people to show up online. This is where we just hang out a little bit, say hi to everybody. Yeah, technically. Did I say 7:30? I might have. Actually, the thing was,
yes,
I was going to switch it to 7:30 this week, but someone had already gotten a pre-sale ticket last week
for the 8 o'clock version.
Yeah, so I didn't want to pull the rug out from under them for that. So they have inconvenienced all of you. I'm sorry. So when they don't show up because they meant to buy that ticket for last week, it will have all been for naught, except for my thoughtfulness. I'm a thoughtful guy.
Well, no matter what, Jesse, you can take comfort in the fact that the Stab Show next Friday night will start at 7:30.
It will.
In person and online.
Yes. And Nick is just learning that, and he needs to know because Nick is doing something that
breaking news
that no one else has done since I did this stuff all the time.
Nick's gonna do 2 in a row. Nick's gonna do next week 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we've got the Comedy Spot Sketch Alumni Week next week.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure you guys are up. How's everybody? Well, I don't want to get into how Frankie's doing because it seems fairly clear that Frankie's not doing great. All right. Well, what? Okay, so for everybody that doesn't know Frankie, how are you? Oh, we lost Nick. Now it's even more chaos. Frankie.
Yeah.
Hi. We're chatting with you. How you doing?
Oh yeah. October's been a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something wrong with my sciatic nerve, and one of my teeth are rotting out of my face.
Oh no.
Ugh. Cowabunga.
That's less than great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot like that scene from SpongeBob where he's like, "Yeah, every morning I wake up and break my arms," and but I'm getting used to it. I'll
Frankie-
probably be.
Frankie,
good.
could you remind me what the sciatic nerve is?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Could you remind me what the sciatic nerve is?
Yeah, so your sciatic nerve, it runs out the bottom of your spine through your hip and then the whole way down the outside of your leg into the bottom of your foot. So when you have like damage to a part of it, you feel it the whole way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And so yours is boo boo. And
Is what?
yours is boo boo.
Yeah,
The medical term?
I think I have a herniated disc, but
Oh,
they don't really know.
Oh man.
You don't have to ladle out more physical issues, Frankie. You can pull up at just the 2 if you'd like.
Yeah, you're one-upping yourself.
Yeah.
I did take too long of a bath today, and my lower half is a little stiff.
Okay. Well, Nick, do you currently have any debilitating issues?
No,
No? Good for you.
nothing right now.
At least not physically.
Check again.
Yeah.
No, all my debilitations are spiritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's where I like to keep mine.
Hell yeah.
All right. We're going to switch to this screen just so we're ready and so that I can switch you guys around. And we'll see how this goes tonight.
I'm having a great time.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. I turned the Kings game off when they had a 9-point lead, and in my mind, they're going to carry that for the rest of the game.
Oh. Well, from your ears to Grant Napier's, or your lips to Grant Napier's
Canceled
ears.
mouth, or
I guess
heart.
Grant's not part of the process anymore. I'm stuck in the past.
Yeah, he had a hot take, to say the least.
It's always a risk.
You know.
There we go. That was easier. All right. Well, I want to get things started in hopes. Oh, wait. Now, see, that's why we waited.
I hear door.
That's why we waited.
I hear door.
I was about to get things going, but no.
Or through the roof.
All right, folk.
Those famous Amos are really hitting me in the
Oh, yeah?
good spot.
All right.
Love a famous Amos in a water.
Well, we have. See, this was the purpose of the waiting. I'm assuming. That's. Yeah. Okay. Got a
So
nice
to keep
reflection
talking
and
about my
everything.
body, or just our bodies,
Just our body. All of our failures.
my hip abductors,
Oh, yeah.
they're so tight. They're so tight.
It's not something.
So I go to the gym, I go to the Y, and I
Sure.
get on the hip abductor machine,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurts because they're tight.
Okay. Are you just now starting? Is that what it is?
I got the membership.
The show gets more entertaining. I promise.
This is the preamble
This
part.
is-
This
we-
is the
we
preamble
do-
part, and then
Yeah, we
at
do
some
8
point-
minutes of getting caught up, and then we get to the abductor talk. And
Yeah, at some
that's-
point, somebody will say something that Jesse can use for a cold open
I don't know that we got
on the
that today.
podcast. Yeah,
Do we need help out there?
I will check.
Go ahead. Should give him the hard sell. All right. Oh well, yeah. Oh, okay. It's a friend. It's a friend of the panel. All right. Oh, there's generally parking for us. Yeah, we're on the outskirts. All right. We are at 8 o'clock, so Cameron's got to get his friend in here, and we'll start the gosh darn program. But yeah, happy to have you guys. Wait, was there a question? It sounded like there was. It looked like there was. No. Okay. All right. Be honest. We're all friends here. Now somebody's popular, and it's going to be difficult to get him back into his seat to start the program. Must be nice, Cameron. All right. So we gave Luke the pitch earlier, and Channel 3's own John Alston will we'll give you the rundown once we get started. These folk got some stuff to write about a day and a half ago. They have, in theory, done that, and they will now present all of that to you for the first time ever, and it'll never be heard again until you subscribe to the Stab Comedy Show, or to the Stab Show, on your favorite podcast provider. Please do. Gosh darn it. It works when you work it. And I've been spending all month getting our backlog caught up. So many episodes. So there's plenty for you to hear. Cameron. Well, that's good that it's good. But we're getting behind here. I've used all my best stuff. Sarah, I can't. Oh, I can't do Freebird right now. All right, we got beverages being had. Let's do it. All right, Cameron's taking a seat. We've got no, so it just keeps piling up. See, guys, we're an actual working theater. How about we start the program? Nick, good to have you. Frankie, sorry. No, they've muted us. They don't even care.
Just 2/3 of the show.
Hi, Frankie. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, you're there. You've just chosen not to respond. Nice. You know how that makes me feel?
Sorry. This might be a problem if I'm having this much trouble hearing you.
Okay. Well,
I'll do my best.
Nick, am I coming through all right?
You are coming through crystal clear.
Oh, see? So it is a you problem. All right. We can't heap more on Frankie with all their infirmities right now. We gotta be gentle. All right. Let's get the show started. We've got a 9 o'clock in theory. We'll see if they've scrounged up enough comics to do the 9. Ugh, that's not helping sell the professionalism of this theater, Cameron.
Last time they asked me to fill in, and I bombed.
Oh, well.
I bombed with my 3-year-old material.
Yeah. You guys heard about this nanovirus? You guys know anything about this?
They call it novel. Well, damn, it's been going on a while.
No, it's 3-year-old material. It's just new, Cameron. It's just new.
Yeah, you're right. I ruined the premise of my own.
All right, let's get the actual program started so we can do that. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Here is the show.
Roughly 24 to 92
you
hours
don't know
ago,
that.
Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 3 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they will now perform for the first and likely last time in front of a live studio audience.
Oh, they're leaving
in
already?
A show called Stab.
This is the Stab Show. So ready to get through spooky season to embrace Brown and Serve season. Well, now let's introduce tonight's panel. Our first panelist paints local park ducks to resemble their favorite NASCAR teams. Their hilarious performer and Stab Show favorite, it's Frankie Lord. Our second panelist believes that which doesn't kill you is bound to try again someday. He's still Rick Dribble in my heart. It's Kameron Schmid.
Thank you.
And our third panelist once left charming, delicious gift bags for everyone in his row at a midnight showing of Iron Man 3. He's an amazing writer and performer. It's Nick Pettigrew. And I'm your host, Jesse Jones, a Doug O'Lamp guy in a Jack O'Lantern world. Welcome to the Stab Show, everybody. Don't forget, because we haven't reminded you in a little while, but we're still available Saturday nights at 11 p.m. on KUTZ 103.1 FM. Or KUTZFM.org. So why not try Stab on the radio? It's got a real terrestrial flavor that you sure can ear taste. Now, let's meet tonight's panel. Frankie.
Hello.
Just maxing and relaxing.
Yep.
But not exactly. So I want to rattle off the ailments that we're dealing with.
Yeah, so basically, I think my sciatic nerve is pinched.
Okay.
It's fucked up. And then I have a tooth that I'm getting a root canal in like 2 weeks. So I'm eating soft foods while stuck on my back. I saw like some like witchy people on TikTok talking about how like, oh yeah, October, like, you won't leave October with the things that weren't meant for you, and I've been worried that I won't leave October with my life.
Okay, well.
But it is turning around, so.
It kind of has to.
Yeah,
at this point.
Could you elaborate on what's turning around? I didn't get a glimpse of it.
So, okay, well, I mean, when I first had this happen with my back, I was literally begging to be mercy killed.
Oh.
I'm not doing that anymore.
That's good. That is an improvement. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, for some reason, I can't change Frankie's framing, so you're just going to see their midsection on the stream. Sorry, the Alt key isn't working on my keyboard. Well, sorry, Frankie, but it's good to have you.
Glad to be here. That's all.
That works. It almost seems like moving the phone would have been easier than moving your entire self. But you know what? I'm not gonna tell you how to do you. Well, good to have you back, Frankie. All of the physical stuff and all the everything else. I'm just happy you're still around.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
This is the most. If it wasn't for all the pain, this would be certainly the most relaxed anyone has done this show. And we went through a year and a half of everybody doing this from home, but you somehow still topped that. Yeah. Well, good to have you, Frankie. Hey, Cameron.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi there, the only other person in the panel, in the room.
Yeah.
It happens, you pointed it out, this has happened several times now.
Yeah, people don't... I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to attach a large
No, take it
reason
personal.
to it.
Take it
I'll
personal.
take it all right, I'll go there.
There's been a couple times recently where you've been the lone in-person guest.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with my sciatic nerve yet. And I don't know what Nick's reason is, but I don't have that reason.
Nick's reason is he's 400 miles away. Can you cut Nick some slack?
North, south, east, what are we talking?
Down in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good, cool, Nick.
Yeah. Well, Pasadena, yeah. It's
Pasadena, big difference.
Good to have you. Basketball season just started.
Yeah,
a very big time for you.
I turned the game off, but when we started the show, the Kings were up by 9.
Yeah.
And in my mind, that's just what is still happening and will happen all the way to the end of the game.
Don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have object permanence. That game doesn't exist anymore. It
ended.
It ended when you turned it off.
That's the new thing. It's a new rule in the NBA charter. When Kameron Roy Schmid turns the game off at any point to do his alt comedy show that he honestly might not have agreed to if he remembered there was a Kings game on.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not just the King. I would do this show over watching a Kings game.
Oh.
It's also Game 1 of the World Series.
There is that too. We do have a lot that we're competing against.
Which was 5-3 in the 8th inning when the show started. I was watching that too. And then at 7:30, Republic FC kicked off in the USL semifinal.
Jeez,
it's a big sports night.
It is. Well, yeah, we've actually reached the part of the year where all 4 major sports are going. It's a fine window.
It is a chaotic window.
But yeah,
it really is for someone who loves watching those balls fly around.
Oh yeah, don't we all? Well, good to have you. We did some comedy talk before this. We'll be doing launching some new stuff soon.
Some good chatting. So keep an eyes on the Stab socials.
Yeah. Well, good to have you as usual.
Thanks, Jesse.
And Nick Pettigrew.
Hey.
I feel like I accidentally called Nick's bluff. With suckering him into doing this show this week and next week.
No, I'm incredibly excited.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah, anytime you're going to give me an opening with sort of implying that you'd like to be doing more, and I'm underbooked, then you will get more to do.
Yay!
Well, Nick, how are things down in the Los Angeles region?
They're spooky.
Oh.
Right? Black and white.
Yeah.
Huh?
All right. I thought you'd gone black and white. It was either a choice or something happened to your camera, but it's a.
No, because it's spooky season.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Are you a big Halloween spooky season fan?
Am I a big I've got like fucking jack-o'-lantern tattoos and shit, and like, yeah, man, my kid was born on Halloween.
Oh,
of
shit.
course
Okay.
I'm a big Halloween guy.
All right, I didn't realize. Well, yay.
Yeah, I tried to time it out all those months and months ago before my son was born.
Mm-hmm.
I shot my shot, and it just ended up being the right time frame.
Oh.
So I got a spooky boy.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm doing the math, Nick. Valentine's Day?
Yep. That's right.
Oh.
There you are.
Oh,
There you are.
Cupid.
Yeah. Anything fun comedy-wise going on down there at the moment, Nick? That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah, well, then let's get this going then. Segment 1, it's reorganization. Sometimes you just need to class a place up. But how do you do it on a budget? VFD that bitch! That's right. Make every surface that makes even remote sense just lousy with very fancy doilies. That just drips with class. Or I don't know class, which is possible. It's been suggested before that I don't. Regardless, I stumbled upon VFD, or very fancy doilies, in my acronym search, and it just tickled me in my very classy places. So now you get to deal with it, but not as very fancy doilies. That's been covered. Forget whatever else VFD clearly stands for, and instead give me who or what else VFD might stand for or represent to you. Frankie, let's hear your VFD.
Venereal Frankenstein disease is actually a misnomer. The proper acronym is VFMD, or Venereal Frankenstein's Monster Disease. This is when sex after bed death not only revitalizes one's genitalia, but makes the genitals wiser, gentler, sweeter, but alas, still decayed. The genitals yearn to be understood, are arguably more human than the rest of us, and yet all of the townsfolk wish to do is pillage the genitals and ultimately pound them into the void. Rarely, you can contract this disease upon sexual debut or non-dead related coitus, but to do so, one must fornicate on their mother's grave.
Yeah. It's a great way to introduce new people. Thank you, Frankie. And yeah, that's monsters disease. Frankenstein, no such thing. Thank you, Frankie. And we're off. Cameron.
Hi, Jesse.
Let's hear your VFD.
Well, Jesse, for the second time in my history on this show, I had paralysis by analysis. I came up with too many VFDs, and I couldn't hone in on one. Okay. So I'm just going to give you them all.
Yeah, please.
Here we go. Very fun dads. This is a service where your boring or problematic dad is replaced with a very fun dad.
Nice.
But there's a monkey paw thing where dads are fun in their own ways. Fun is relative, so it's never the fun you think is fun. That could have been something, you know. Vietnam fun dads. There's a new trend online where children ruin their dad's good mood by reminding them of the Vietnam War. Vexing fudge dude. This is a story about a dude made of fudge who nobody can figure out. Not because he's made of fudge, that's normal to them.
Okay.
But they all wonder why he leaves parties and dinners without telling anybody. Yeah. And nobody knows where he lives or if he sleeps. Vacation for Dilbert. This is like a spin-off of Dilbert where he either inherits a bunch of money or wins the lottery or something, and so he just lives on a tropical vacation island. Sure. But he's still the same guy. I didn't do that one because I don't know much about Dilbert. No. I've never been on a tropical vacation, and the creator of Dilbert is a QAnon dude now who thinks the government is trying to kill him. Yeah. So I just stayed away from that one. Sure. All right. Venn fucking diagram. A really aggressive, informative talk about when a Venn diagram is useful. I didn't do this because I couldn't think of a single example. I just, I blanked. Sure. All right, lightning round. Vermilion fairy dairy. Virgin fish daiquiri. Velma, Fred, dead. Volcano Forever, Didion. And Vermont Fuddruckers Doom.
Oh.
And finally, Vaginas for Dads, a virtual reality program that lets dads give birth so they can get it.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, man, did you leave anything for Nick? Yeah, I never got into Dilbert, and then I heard about that, but the theme song for the Dilbert cartoon, just so good. There was
Give me a bar.
I can't.
You can't set me up.
Oh, no. You'll have to search it.
Okay.
But the theme song to the Dilbert cartoon
Okay.
just slaps harder than it has any right to.
Is it the most redeeming part of the Dilbert universe?
Yes.
Okay.
Entirely.
Okay.
I know nothing else about it except the theme song to the show.
Yeah.
So good.
I love when that happens.
Well, thank you, Cameron. Hey, Nick. A lot of VFD ground was covered here, so hopefully there's something left for you. Let's hear your VFD.
Are you a vampire who's feeling a bit blah, blah, blah? Hi, I'm Count Dracula, and I want to tell you that just because you're undead doesn't mean you've got nothing to live for, okay? Depression can feel like you're living under a cloud, but I'm here to say that the sun will rise. Obviously, the real sun will kill you, so it's not a perfect metaphor. But let me tell you a story about a young vampire who was really down in the dumps, okay? He wasn't taking care of himself. He was eating all kinds of junk, just a real gross faratu. One day, he had to take a long, hard look at himself in the mirror. And do you know what he saw? Nothing, because he's a fucking vampire, okay? But do you know who that vampire was? That's right. It was Chris Angel, and now he's a fucking mind freak. He's cool as shit, man, I tell you. But regardless, I'm here to let you know that VFD means vampires feel depression. But don't let depression freak with your mind, or else you'll never be the mind freak. Seriously, I saw that guy get run over by a fucking steamroller. That's crazy. Hey, that's it.
Oh, Nick, so good. And I'm not going to stand up here and act like I teach a dialect masterclass, but God damn it, did I love Italian Dracula.
I was like, go with the closest voice you got.
Yeah.
See where it goes, you know?
Oh, it just tickles me.
And Jesse, even with me emptying the chamber, I don't think any of us overlapped a single word.
No, I don't think so.
Good job.
Well done. And especially with V, you guys still covered a lot of that ground. Yeah. Well done. Look at that. You guys. Segment 2. Pickup lines. Today's October 27th. And with that being an unfortunate truth, I guess I'm obligated to make this a Halloween-themed edition of the Stab Show. Boo. Boo on that. And not in a Halloween ghosty type way, just boo on Halloween mostly. It seems a lot of people like it, so who am I to deny it here? So let's start with pickup lines to some Halloween-y things. Give us your 3 examples of how you would pick up or be picked up on by these following holiday-appropriate nouns. Pickup lines, because the only thing scarier than Halloween, apparently, is not making it known to someone how much you want to bang them. I think. Frankie, so we're going to do 111, 222, 3 times around, as we do in these segment 2s. Frankie Lord, let's hear your first pickup line to or from slasher movies.
Hey, you've heard of Leatherface. Well, you're going to have one hell of a night with me, Leatherdick.
All right. I'm still thinking about it, and I don't want to be doing that. Why am I... Cameron!
Hi, Jesse.
Get me to whatever it's... Oh, yes. Cameron?
Yeah.
Let's hear your first of 3 pickup lines to or from plastic vampire teeth.
These are all from plastic vampire teeth. All right.
Would expect no less.
Listen, I know I'm your cheap and easy last resort. Just put me in your mouth.
There it is. There it is. Straight to the point, as you would want your plastic vampire teeth to be. Are we dicking around? Let's do this. Nick, to hear what all we're working with, let's get your first pickup line to or from an amateur haunted house. Let's hear that Italian Dracula again.
Oh man, I wish I could do it the whole time. Are you a sneaky teenager with a scream mask and an air horn? Because girl, you just made me shit myself.
Doesn't take much. I mean, not to make Nick shit himself, but
oh yeah, no,
but to
I
run...
have IBS. It'll happen all the time.
But yeah, anything can work in an amateur haunted house. That's the gist of what we're going on about here. Frankie, second time around. Let's hear your second pickup line to or from slasher movies.
You've heard of Freddy Krueger. Well, you're going to have one hell of a night with me, Freddy Bad Dragon.
What?
Instead of knife fingers, I got weird big dildo fingers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed the what was the term? I think you cut it. What was the word? Freddy what?
Bad Dragon.
Bad Dragon.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I just don't know what you're saying.
That means dildos?
That means something.
I mean, Nick gets it. Nick knows what's... It's a specific brand of dildo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just not versed enough. That's on me. That's on me. Freddy Bad Dragon.
Freddy Bad Dragon.
Is it the one that does the sci-fi ones that are like tentacles and...
Some of them are tentacles, yeah, but they're dragon dicks.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's in the name. That's on me. That's on me.
This is why I do this show, Jesse. I learn something every time.
Yeah, and we're taking that home with us. Cameron, second time around, pickup lines from Plastic Vampire Teeth.
This one is a year later. Well, look who's back. Put me in that mouth again.
What that forgetful mouth do? Sure. Yeah. You got to have your backup. What do you need? Just a cape and some teeth.
Just cape and some teeth.
Nick, let's get us 2/3 of the way through here with your second pickup line to or from an amateur haunted house.
Girl, just call me a Christian-themed haunted house, because you're going to feel mildly uncomfortable the whole time, and at the end, I'm going to pressure you to make a decision you definitely won't feel comfortable about in hindsight.
Oh.
And the giggle at the end is really the worst part of that.
I know those have to be a thing.
Yeah.
They're called hell houses.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
And at the end, they literally pressure you into converting.
Sure. Well, how are you going to get out?
Yeah.
No matter how many times the voice demands that you get out, you can only get out if you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. That's the only way any of us get out, Nick. I'm going to get you some paperwork, my pamphlet on the way out of here. Frankie, let's wrap up, or begin the wrapping up of, with your third pickup line to or from slasher movies. Yeah, lean all the way in. Lean all the way.
You've heard of Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
Well, you're going to have one hell of a night with me, Jason Whoreboobies.
Okay. All right. I was just bracing, but that one was easier to pick up on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, Jason. What's that in that grocery bag? Oh, well, come on in. Cameron, third of three pickup lines from Plastic Vampire Teeth.
Okay, this one occurs 50 years later.
Oh.
Who are you? Where's Paul? Oh, Paul was your dad. And okay, so he died and you're clearing his place out and you found me. That's really funny. See, I'm a pair of plastic vampire teeth. Your dad used to put me in his mouth.
Oh, that's all. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice making that connection years later.
I'm just telling stories, just.
Sorry, I was checking in over there, but no. Keeping it here. I gotta keep it here. Thank you, Cameron. Nick, let's wrap up some pickup lines with your last two are from an amateur haunted house.
Yeah, okay. Girl, are you a... Sorry, hold on, let me start. This is... all right. Girl, are you a group of crying children dressed like the Denver Nuggets? Because I want you dribbling out of my exit.
What was the... Can we go back to the Denver Nuggets specificity?
Well, it's just...
It's for the dribbling part. That's really where
could have been
it was.
any team.
Okay.
But Denver Nuggets is fun to say.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying, yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
I'm just curious.
I don't want to hear more about dribbling out of your exit. So let's move into segment 3. It's Breakfast of Champions. Breakfast cereal is no stranger to creatures of the night and objects of fright. Boo-berry, Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Raisin Bran, all breakfast cereals themed around terrible, horrible things. But is any of that really scary? In this edition of Breakfast of Champions, you're asked to give us the packaging, applicable mascots, slogans, and nutritional information for a breakfast cereal branded around the following truly horrifying concepts. So go on, make this a part of our balanced death fest or something. I don't know. Frankie. Why do I do this to Frankie? Frankie, let's hear your breakfast cereal themed around a loveless relationship.
For when you want to eat something else but can't be bothered to make a change. Settling flakes taste like they used to be your favorite. Did the recipe change, or did you? Either way, you're miserable, but too chicken shit to do anything about it. Made with ingredients you deeply resent, you tell yourself that you do this for the kids, but your kids hate the settling flakes too. They see the way you look at the portion of Bimbo Loops. They don't love the idea of the portion of Bimbo Loops, but fuck it, anything's gotta be better than this. Settling flakes. You always said this would never be you, and yet, here you are.
Oh, God. Oh, somehow they're just gray. They're an actual color, but you can only see the gray. Thank you. I'm sorry, Frankie. Well, I said these were some truly horrifying concepts, so there you are. Cameron, as bad, worse, not as bad? I don't know. You tell me. Let's hear your breakfast cereal themed around an unfulfilling professional life.
Okay. I wrote a commercial.
Sure.
So, if you will, come with me.
Theater of the mind, Cameron.
Open on an alarm clock on a bedside table, buzzing as 7 a.m. flashes. A silenced pistol enters the frame, shooting the clock. The camera whips to a tall, dark, and handsome man with abs for days, sitting up in a cushy bed. Hello, my name is Agent Danger, but you already knew that. As Agent Danger gets out of the bed, we see he is only wearing white boxers with hearts on them. We follow him to the bathroom where he starts shaving away his stubble, revealing a jawline that could cut a hard cheese like it was soft cheese. Men around the world wonder what I, the most famous and yet elusive secret agent in the world, eat for breakfast. But like my real name, my lovers, and my employer, some things aren't meant to be public. As he opens a drawer to put away his razor, cut to a small, grainy camera view from inside the drawer. Agent Danger looks like a much more nervous, sallow man from this angle as he stares into the camera and whispers, "My name is Eugene Podrick, and I'm tired of being a secret agent. I need one of you to kill me and hide my body." He closes the drawer, and we're back to Agent Danger, who smoothly wraps a robe around his waist and heads to the kitchen. I will tell you this, though. I couldn't drive European sports cars, conduct high-stress espionage, or keep the world from nuclear disaster without my morning meal being full of fiber, protein, and a little flavor. Agent Danger opens the pantry where there's another hidden camera. It's Eugene again, and his eyes are watering as he looks at us and whispers, faster this time. I'm too good at my job and they won't let me quit or die. Every time I kill myself, they recover my body and bring me back. It's like Groundhog Day, but extremely painful. I feel all of it. Plus, I always get to heaven when I die, and when they bring me back here, I have to leave. And God says you can only do that so many times.
Oh, no.
He closes the pantry, holding a box of Danger Rose in his hand. Oops! I guess the secret's out. But there's still one more surprise in every box. He opens the box, and yet another hidden camera. We see Eugene. My next mission is in Moldova. Please find me and kill me and hide my body. Even if you cremate me, hide the ashes. They can remake me out of those too. Agent Danger pulls a cereal shaped like bullets into a bowl and eats while narrator talks. Danger Rose, the select cereal of the best secret agent in Canada. That's right. He's Canadian.
Yeah, now it makes sense. Oh, it's Canadian Secret Service. They're still Her Majesty's Secret. I don't know. What's Bond? I've never watched
Bond
one
is
of them.
British.
Yes. No, I know that
Canada
much.
is
I know.
a different place.
Yes, but they still love the Queen, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched since Brosnan.
Oh, wait, the Queen's dead. Fuck, I don't know anything today.
Oh, yeah, it's King Swollen Fingers now.
King Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to cut all of that out. Thank you, Cameron. Nick, let's wrap up some breakfasting with arguably the worst thing that we've covered tonight. Let's hear your breakfast cereal. Your breakfast cereal branded around good things happening to bad people.
Okay. All right. Coming from the absolute assholes who summoned the demon that shit grape nuts into existence comes the next breakfast abomination. X, the cereal. Made out of the dried bits of God, who's dead, by the way, X will have you weeping into your bowl every morning. If you're wondering, yeah, it's called X because it was already bought by Elon Musk. He didn't make it or anything, but he'll make billions off of it because a bunch of fucking crypto bro jerk-offs think he's the next coming of Tesla, when really, he's just Thomas Edison with hair plugs. But it doesn't matter! My mom died of a stroke dialing 911, clinging onto the hope of life with her last breath. But Donald Trump, he's still alive. And he can live life like a coked up grimace with syphilis, and he's still chugging along, and he's probably going to be president again. Why? Well, let's look at the slogan on the box, all right? What does it say? Oh, yeah. The universe is cold and indifferent to our cries for karmic justice. X is also guilt, conscience, and fat-free, but you can't have it. Although there is a really fun maze on the back that leads to heaven, but the secret is there is no heaven, so there's no way to get there, and only idiots spend their lives trying to find it. Heaven is a lubricant the less fortunate created to take getting fucked by life a little easier to bear. But X has your daily requirement of essential vitamins and minerals.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Damn it, Nick. Oh, I do this to us. I apologize. One of these days, it's just going to be, give me the names of the fluffiest kittens in the world! And then somehow we'll turn that into tragedy, too. Welcome to the Stab Show. Segment 4, it's dating profiles. So maybe pickup lines aren't how you're going to find your perfect death mate. I'm going to stop. But if you're looking for someone to spend this holiday season and beyond with, maybe you need yourself a dating profile. Good thing that's this segment, so we can get to work on one. In this themed edition of Dating Profiles, you're asked to create a dating profile from the following persons, places, things, or whatnots of the scary, spooky season variety. Frankie Lord, let's hear your dating profile from someone who turns all their lights off on Halloween so no one comes to their door.
Esther, 39. Green flags I look for. A healthy relationship with the Lord, one wherein you are deeply afraid of his wrath. Preferably, you ensure his contentment with you through rituals, even if your heathen coworkers insist that it's actually obsessive-compulsive disorder. I spend most of my money on tithing. What doesn't keep me alive keeps him contented. Most spontaneous thing I've ever done. Well, I never participate in the Devil's Christmas at the end of October, but one year I decided God would let me make an exception if I put a little basket in front of the door filled with tiny Bibles. It felt so good, I almost let myself celebrate my genius with a sparkling water. But no. No, that would be considered celebrating the demon's holiday. A shower thought I recently had. Are you trying to think of me naked before marriage? What's the matter with you? I don't even think of me naked. I shower with the lights off and the windows taped over. I know I'm clean when I've scrubbed each body part 7 times. 7 for the Lord. 7 times. 7 scrubs. 7 times. 7 for the Lord. 7 times. Amen.
Thank you, Frankie. I mean, they just turned their lights off, but apparently that's... All right. Oh, kitty appearance. Oh, it was all worth it. Thank you, Frankie. And that adorable little... Oh, look at you. Cameron. Let's get one from kinda almost the exact opposite person. Let's hear your dating profile for someone who gives out full-size candy bars.
Darren, 31. I'm a wealthy widower looking for a new partner to help me flaunt the wealth left behind by my beloved ancient wife. May she rest in peace. First things first, no, I didn't marry for the money. I married for the social status and the prospect of money down the road. Huge diff, if you ask me. So what's a gallus guy to do to remind everyone that not only am I flush with funds, but willing to spend them? I make every holiday my neighbor's worst nightmare, of course. Valentine's Day, well, a neighborhood singles mixer in my private ballroom where I can show everyone how well my dance lessons are going. Good luck getting anyone to notice Craig's frumpy ass once I've done my cha-cha. St. Patrick's Day? Well, I dye the neighborhood lazy river green and I ride a custom float down it, dressed as a sexy little leprechaun tossing gold coins to all the children out of a big pot. July 4th? A big backyard barbecue, and I do a little USO show, song, dance, and I hire a couple of local comedians to write a skit for me to act in, something that makes me look approachable and down to earth, even though if anyone worth less than 8 figures did approach me, they'd be sniped with a tranq dart from the nearest tree or bush. Sure. And then when the weather drops, I get out my cashmere sweaters and I begin to prepare for the biggest show-off holiday of all, Halloween. First, the decorations. You know those 15-foot tall skeletons that went viral at Home Depot and then nobody could buy them because they sold out? That's because I bought them all. I have hundreds, and they form an army around my property, a terracotta army, if you will. They're dressed as dead figures from history to honor all that old shit my dead wife used to talk about. Second, the haunted house. I bribed the HOA to make everybody in the zip code attend at least once every year. I pay the best set designers and actors in the world to make it as legitimately terrifying as possible. And then when they inevitably attack one of the performers, piss or shit their pants, or have a panic attack, I make a big deal out of it before sending them home with a fresh pair of pants with my name on the butt. Finally, the candy. A full bucket of king-size bars for every little kid that comes by. As the parents frown at me, I smile wide and I say, hope they don't get cavities to every single one. So anyway, date me. I've always wanted to invite everyone to a Christmas masquerade ball where I dress up as Santa and me and Mrs. Santa make the whole room watch us go to town. So please be down for that.
Yeah. Just know, going in, this is what you're signing up for. A full Santa show.
At minimum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sleigh ride and everything. Thank you, Cameron. He wasn't as nice a guy as I thought he would be. That's so weird.
It's about status.
Yeah, I guess.
Kids don't need that much.
Because he went beyond full size. He went to king size. Yeah. Like, fuck that. Oh, maybe that was the problem. This is the king size guy. The full size guy is probably more down to earth.
Once again, I ignored your prompt, Jesse.
No, that's all right. You improved upon.
There was one show where I misread 3 of your 5 prompts. I was just freestyling.
That's all right. I took it very personally.
I remember.
That's not true. Make it your own. Nick, let's finish up some dating profiles. I'm not quite this bad, but I wait till after Thanksgiving. But, Nick, let's hear your dating profile from somebody who puts up their Christmas decorations on November 1st.
Hi, I'm Dennis, and I love Christmas. My profile photo is me in an ugly Christmas sweater, which is so funny. The other photo you have to see is me holding my cat, Tinsel, and he's got a little elf hat that says naughty, and I'm wagging my finger at him. Can you believe me? Oh, and here's another photo. That one's of me tied up like a nice little present. Don't you want to unwrap me? My hobbies are I love decorating the tree, making gingerbread cookies for all my coworkers, but my secret is that I telework and I live alone. But I do spend a lot of my time in my basement working on my other hobbies, but don't worry about them. My dislikes are turkeys and indigenous people because there is no holiday between Halloween, yuck, and Christmas. I'm also not too keen on veterans or sneaky little snakes who try to get into my basement. Don't make me tie you up because I can make knots that nobody gets out of. Yet, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the shelf to my elf, the angel to top my tree. Also, family is real big for me, so she can't have any family or friends that would get in the way or ask too many questions, you know? Oh, God. Anything else you should know? No, nothing I can think. Oh, I am the BTK killer, and I'm also a premature ejaculator.
Yeah. It's always got to be something, Nick. Why can't I find that? There's always something with this. Oh, thank you, Nick. Yeah. Good times. Hey! How about we wrap up the program with segment 5? It's movie makeup. By now, you've probably binged on all the scary movies you know, all the scary movies you know and love, and are left with scraping the bottom of the chiller barrel for something else to jump scare you. Or maybe you need a break from all those buckets of blood and gore. Either way, the world of cinema is limitless. So don't feel like you have to go in the horror direction with these, unless you want to. In Movie Makeup, your job is to give us a synopsis of these made-up movies based on the following titles pulled from the various random title generators of our friends at SeventhSanctum.com. Boo! SeventhSanctum.com doesn't know we do this. So go on. Spin a silver screen yarn. Frankie. Please take this somewhere that I am not already fearing. Frankie, let's hear your synopsis of this made-up movie, Disease Party.
In the controversial but acclaimed documentary coming to Netflix this fall, Disease Party is about a collection of anti-vaccine parents who decide to inoculate their children against VFMD, often misnomered as VFD, via so-called controlled exposure. The center of the story is Mary, a young woman who contracted VFMD after losing her virginity to her high school sweetheart, unaware that her father had murdered her mother and then buried her under the floorboards in the basement. Since one way to contract VFMD is through having sex on your mother's grave, this is how Mary caught it. Yeah. From there, she was committed to increasing awareness about the illness, even if that meant letting her genitals read poetry to unvaccinated children. You will be shocked at the conclusion, wherein all the children die of smallpox and then Mary is registered to the sex offender registry. Okay, so maybe you won't be shocked at all.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful how you could tie that together. So good. All of that while snuggling an adorable cat. That's so much. It's so confusing. Such conflict. Oh, she's such a snuggler. Oh, look at it. Oh, all right.
I know. I think she knows I'm talking to people, so she's hamming it up.
God damn it. Oh, such a snuggle bug. Well, thank you, Frankie. Hey, how can people get more Frankie Lord in their lives?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I am on the internet at Oops, I'm Non-Binary. I'm also on the internet at Frankie Lord Writes. So that's where my horror stuff is. Yeah. So, both accounts are on TikTok, both accounts are on Instagram, and then Frankie Lord Writes on Threads. Which if you're like a book person, that's probably where you should be. It's basically totally taken over by book nerds. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Glad you got an outlet going too. I know you'd started Frankie Lord Writes. I didn't know how it was going. I should have checked in.
Yeah, I mean, twice now it's been like starting, and then something just insane happens to me. But it'll gel. It'll gel eventually.
Yeah. Well, cool. Glad you got that. Thank you, Frankie. Oh, I could watch kitty cats all day. I gotta get back home to mine. Kameron, hey, let's hear what you've got in way of a synopsis. Synopsi. For your made-up movie, Positronic Monday.
Yeah, so I had to look up Positronic.
Okay.
It is what's his name? The robot guy.
Yeah, Data.
No.
No?
Well, yes.
Well, Asimov?
Asimov.
Okay.
It is an Asimov term for a technology-based soul in a robot or android, etc. character. So that is context that I learned before I wrote this.
You're welcome. You're learning all kinds of stuff today.
Yeah. It's a big learning experience. Now the question is, how long will it stay up in that pinball machine?
For one episode.
Science fiction has debated for decades. Can robots, androids, or otherwise have souls? Well, this new screwball comedy asks, what if they skipped that question and worked soulless jobs like humans do? In Positronic Monday, we follow Patrick, whose name definitely stands for something sciencey and advanced. He's a third-generation android who is supposed to be enjoying the new humanless world that his predecessors fought for. Instead, he spends his day in a cubicle finding new ways to waste time with his two best friends. One day, Patrick is trying to have brain sex with his computer when he accidentally finds a way to steal company money in fractions so small that nobody will notice. That's right. It's just Office Space, but with robots. Frame for frame, but with a 15-minute backstory at the beginning that shows robots brutally exterminating humanity. The same could be said for every robot movie, which are all just straightforward remakes of human movies. The robots are still learning how to write plots. Anyway, rated R for robot.
Of course. Of course. Is anything not rated R in this new world? Oh, so good.
It's all R.
Of course, you also have to remember, it's just a remake of Superman 3.
Superman 3 is a remake of Office Space?
Office Space is we'll get into it. They mention it in Office Space that they're doing Superman 3. All right.
I got a bone up on my Superman.
It's such a dumb plot device. They had to use it twice. Kameron, you're wonderful. Sorry, I don't know why.
Thank you, Jesse.
If that's okay for me to say.
I will take it other than over something else.
No, we always enjoy having you around here and hope to have you around more. We've got all sorts of stuff on all sorts of burners.
Mm-hmm.
But how else can people enjoy more Kameron Schmid in the rest of their lives outside of this very particular episode of the Stab Show?
Well, any shows that I book, I will post on my Instagram, which is PUNISCHMID, also known as Punishmid. I host bar trivia with my lovely girlfriend Sierra Tuesday nights at Sac City Brews in Tahoe Park, 6:30 p.m., except for this Tuesday, which is Halloween, so don't come.
Well, yeah.
But starting in November, every Tuesday, we will see you there, and we will do some really good, fresh, from the farm trivia. No geeks who drink bullshit. And then, we're working on other stuff at Stab, and I'm also a producer at Good Day Sacramento, which does not condone or consent to any of the material I perform tonight's, and does not know that I am even mentioning their name. So if you would like to contribute to my bills, you can watch the highest rated morning news show in the market.
Sure.
And, we have some fun.
Yeah, of course. Well, good to have you. Always a pleasure. Nick Pettigrew, you rascally so-and-so. It feels like I'm already going to be asking you this next week. Oh, Oh, I thought you were pausing me. That you had some breaking news.
Yay! Fingers.
Nick, how can people enjoy more Nick Pettigrew where they work in bank?
Oh man, you can't. You could just go on Twitter, I guess. I don't really tweet that often.
Hmm.
I also have a TikTok I don't use and an Instagram I don't use. Mm-hmm. So if you want to follow me on things I don't use anymore, they're all available for you.
Yeah.
Other than that, I hang out in Pasadena a lot. If you go, there's a Starbucks on Foothill and San Gabriel that I go to a lot. That's a drive-through. So, but if you see me in the drive-through, feel free to say hi.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm there.
All right.
There a lot.
All right. So I shouldn't bring up the game dev.
Oh, please do. I'm still working on Express Assist. I'm gonna get it done. I swear. It's funny at this point because it's been years. But it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think I'm just gonna pivot to like being a men's rights activist or something. Like I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah.
I think
That's fair. That's fair. At some point, we all have to recognize no point in trying.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nick. Hey, let's wrap up this program with your movie. Let's hear your synopsis of your made-up movie, Real Legends of the Southern Space Force.
It is said that the South will rise again.
Oh, God damn it.
And rise it did, all the way to space. Join Captain Jethro Ulysses S. Grant, the 333rd-ish, and the rest of the crew of the CSS Wild Turkey as they travel across the cosmos rolling coal the whole way. Watch those ship nuts jiggle as the crew warp jumps from adventure to adventure, fighting the likes of the LGBTQ goons, the Kardashians, and Greta Thunberg. That's right, y'all. The replicators are spitting out biscuits and gravy just like Meemaw used to make. So tune in every Friday at 9:30 to CMT Plus. And remember, if space is the final frontier, it is their manifest destiny to claim it regardless of who is already there.
Yay. And that was the Stab Show. Thank you for joining us this evening, and of course, a special thank you to our fantastic panel, Frankie Lord, Kameron Schmid, and Nick Pettigrew. Now, if you like what you just watched and or heard, and want to make sure you catch it live as it happens, you can do that by joining us going forward at 7:30 p.m. Friday nights, in person at Stab Comedy Theater, or online from the comfort of your own home on Stab TV on Twitch. And if you like this so much that you need to hear 371 more like it, you can catch the Stab Show any old time you want via the podcast provider of your choice, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or the Good Pods app. But that's all we got for you tonight. I've been your host, Jesse Jones, reminding you that you might not always be everybody's favorite, but odds are you're somebody's, and that's good enough. Good night. All right. Heck yeah. Well done, and timed out beautifully. So that is that program. We are going to set up for a theoretical 9 o'clock show. Oh, hell yeah, it's happening. They'll do...
All 5 minutes before
Well, I mean, that's good for comics. So we've got another show, the Stab Comedy Showcase. Will begin in, it looks like, about 11-ish minutes. So if you want to stick around, I'll take care of you up front. If you're done with us for the night, check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. Thanks for joining us. Thanks. Oh, wait, over there. Thanks, Nick. You guys are wonderful. So good. I'll see you next week, Nick. And, give the kitty some lovin's. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining us. it's on this computer. How about you? It's on. Play on this computer. That's weird.
it turns me on when I feel left out. So I turned around. Oh, baby, don't care no more. 'Cause I know this for sure. I'm walking out that door.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the Stab Comedy Showcase. Please welcome to the stage your host, Spencer Sellens.
Slow clap. There we go. All right. How we doing, Stab? Yes. Hell yes. Oh, my God. So much energy. I love it. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. This is the Stab Showcase show. All right. We put show in the word twice just to know what it is, or just in case you all forget. Anyway, it's a comedy show featuring myself and a couple of my comic friends, a couple of funny people on here tonight. I would definitely say, okay? All right, emphatically say, because I know big words, right, Joey? Yes. All right, I do know big words. Nice. Oh, I think you said crotch for a second. I'm like, oh, man, it's already started. Crocs, yes. Name brand, too. Fuck off, pores. I get name brand Crocs, okay? It means a lot. I've just completely lost my audience. It's all, you guys are big off-brand Croc people. I get it. All right, I'm a store brand guy myself. They were a gift. I can't afford brand name stuff, okay? I am one of the pores. I'm a poor because I am a substitute teacher. Not even a real teacher. Just someone who's like, all right, I need a day off. Let's call in this guy. All right, and I've been doing it for a couple of months now. It's been good. I do actually love teaching. The kids are fucking wild though. I was doing a 5th grade class the other day, and I kind of forget like what it's like to be like 9, 10 years old, and the stuff that like affects your life and the gravity of certain things. Like a kid farted in class and it shut down class for like 20 minutes. Like the whole class, they just start running around like screaming, covering their nose, just like, oh my God, oh, for like 20 minutes. You cannot get them to stop like screaming about it. It's crazy. And during this whole time, the kid who I assume was the kid who farted, because he was just like sitting at his desk, not moving the entire time, which, by the way, total badass power move with this kid, okay? I'm jealous of this 9-year-old, okay? But like I was kind of like, ooh, I don't want him to get bullied or anything. Like, so I walked up to him, like, dude, like, just pretend that that you smell something, okay? Like, and he just looks at me dead in the eyes, and he's like, I prefer it this way. These kids are wild, but what they love to do most, and they just love to tattle on each other. They are such fucking narcs, these 9-year-olds. They love it. They absolutely love it. Okay, case in point, I was like walking to the bathroom during like my free period, and like one of my kids who was in PE at the time, he's like clearly on the other side of the school, like in the field. They're like running laps or something like that. Like it felt like a quarter mile away. And he sees me and he just starts screaming, Mr. Salad! Ah! Like screaming bloody murder. Like I'm thinking he's in danger or something. And he just starts sprinting at me like in full speed. Just during this whole distance. And he gets up to me and he's just like panting. Johnny said the F word. Like, you got to respect the hustle though. Like nothing gets by these kids. These guys are little brown shirts, okay? They're ready to turn everybody in. All right, one person, finally someone laughs at my brown shirts tag. All right, some history lovers in here. Thank you. I feel so smart. The kids are lucky. No, but I had one weird like experience though with one of these kids. Is I told them, because you just tell them they're 9, so you just tell them that you know that Fortnite exists, and they just like, oh my God, you must love Fortnite. Let's play Fortnite, which is like a video game that all the kids love. And I played it once like 6 years ago. That's it. But I know that it exists, so I'm now the cool sub. And because I'm the cool sub, all the kids, like, they want to play video games with me online, which, like, bless their hearts. Like, their little 9-year-old brain, they don't realize, like, how wildly inappropriate it would be for them to just, like, play online with their substitute teacher who's 34 years old. And all I can really say is, like, hey, dude, we can talk about Fortnite and it's cool. Like, we just can't play online together. It's not appropriate. And I just don't explain why it's not appropriate. I feel like that's not a discussion that I should be having with them, at least in that extent. But one of these kids, like, this is just right before recess. Like, I had to, like, politely shut him down. Like, he wants to play Fortnite. And, like, all the kids are filing to go outside to recess. And he, like, waits behind. And he's, like, looking around just to see anyone's in the room. And he comes up to me. He's like, Mr. Sellens, come here. We can keep it a secret. And I'm just, this whole time I'm thinking, like, oh my God. Like, it's this easy? They just come up to you? No. But it's crazy. Like, I just wanted to tell him, like, dude, you are making it way too easy to, like, molest you right now. This is crazy. Like, this is terrible, okay? You got to be better, all right? Get right, kid. You're making it too easy. It's disgusting, all right? I'm ashamed. No, I'm ashamed of that joke. But, let's see. Any couples out here tonight? Any couples? Just immediately shift to, like, shitty crowd work. All right, like, I gotta kill some time, okay? I gotta kill some time. Let's see. All right, hands up. This is a real serious question, all right? And don't be jealous. Not jealous. Don't be nervous, all right? It's about hate, but who here hates British people? I say this as someone who is English. Anybody? I got a couple of woos in the back, okay? All right. I'm just actually joking, but my dad has a funny accent, but he when he moved here, like right before I was born, he told himself, like, I'm gonna be like a real American, okay? Like, he was like, if he was like Pinocchio, like, he's just like a wooden boy, like, I want to be a real American, and gains like 100 pounds, but which he did, in fairness, so credit to him. He's fully Americanized. But growing up, like, he always had this in the back of his mind, like, I want to be a real American. I want to raise my kid to grow up to be a real American. And so in his mind, I guess, he thought, what is the most American thing you can do? Civil War reenactments. Right? Yes? Absolutely not. Okay, don't give me this, like, oh, maybe. Like, absolutely not. There's no goddamn way. The coolest American thing you can do is go to an American Civil War reenactment. However, that's what we did every single weekend for, like, 5 years old to 9 years old. Was just, and he was always, like, the bottom rung of, like, the troop of people that would go around and pretend to be in the Civil War. Like, he was a little bit bullied. It was weird seeing, like, as a 5-year-old, seeing my father being bullied by people in Civil War outfits, but it's true. Like, it was kind of like hazing. Like, they would make him just do, like, really shitty things. Like, not as bad as, like, whatever the fuck you do, like getting drunk and falling on the floor or, like, getting peed on, but almost as bad. No, what they would do is we had to drive out, like, 3 hours to go to these places sometimes where they do these reenactments. And we just drive for 3 hours, and we finally get there. The battle starts, and then they just make my dad, along with all the other privates, like, just run into the field and immediately die, and then just lay down in a muddy field for, like, 20 minutes face down. Just the whole time, I'm just, like, watching my dad, like, this is what I could be doing on my weekend, not, like, video games or anything like that, just watching my dad face down in a field. And eventually, like, my mom would ask him, like, what are you going to do anything about this? Like, can you stand up for yourself, please? Like, so he goes to, like, the general, which, by the way, I didn't realize that they actually had, like, a ranking system in this acting troupe, which turns out, anybody have a guess why this guy was the general? Anyone just have a guess, anybody? He was, he wasn't a descendant. No, he was the only guy that could sew, or he made the uniforms, and that was just like, and he's the general now, and, like, so my dad, like, went up to him one day, and he's like, "Hey, man, like, I'm tired of being a private and then just, like, dying in the middle, like, right in the beginning of the reenactment. We drive like 3 hours to get here one way." my dad, like, and this is like the bully that I'm watching, this guy like bullying my father, and he's like, okay, Michael, okay, you wanna be like a big boy in the military, or you don't want to be a private? Do you know how to sew? No? Well, then you're a private. You're a private, Michael. And then he like goes around to other people like who are other privates. Is like, do you know how to sew? No, private. Do you know how to sew? No, private. He points to somebody else. Do you know how to sew? Yeah. Okay, second lieutenant. All right, you can kind of sew. I don't like that tag. Okay, all right, but everything else before that did happen. It was weird. Like I was bullied all the time. Okay, so it was kind of like. It made me feel a little bit better about it, just knowing that it never fucking ends, and hopefully I'll get used to it, okay? And, by the way, they always made him be a part of the Confederacy. Not Kauai. Every single time the British guy has got to be a fan of, like, the Confederacy, and it's like, who doesn't love nice textiles? The British did, I guess, of course, but there's, like, no one who's actually that historically inaccurate. All right. I'm going off on a long tangent here about history. All right, Joey, bail me out. Who do we have coming up next? Polly, right? Holly, sorry. All right, give it up for next host. Thank you for the light now, Joey. Get up for everybody.
Thanks, babe. We're married. No, we're not. I actually feel really reassured. I have 3 kids, and a lot of comics are substitute teachers, and that's the first time I haven't felt just so worried about that situation. At least he knows he's not allowed to play with them online, you know? I don't even think the other ones know. I have 3 kids because I don't know when to quit. I'm also married. I've been married for 9 years, and I think that's enough. Yeah. I think I've been married long enough to have like some relationship advice. Are you guys married? No? You know how people tell you though you should like marry someone that you're compatible with? Yeah, I just think that's super vague. Like I don't think my husband and I have made it 9 years because we both like cheese. I think you need to be more specific. You need to marry someone that you have vacation compatibility with. Like you have to enjoy doing like the same things in your downtime. So for example, my husband is a Disney adult. Yeah, I'm an actual adult. So it's tough. We get in a lot of fights about it, but we're gonna stick it out, at least until our kids are old enough to take my side. Yeah, because I get it. They're gonna think Disneyland is awesome for a really long time, probably until we take them. Yeah, we've never taken them to Disneyland because my husband doesn't want them to slow him down. Yeah. But he took me to Disneyland for our anniversary, which was nice, I guess. We left our kids at home. We went to Disneyland. And it's good, you know, when you're a couple, it's good to get away and spend some time with other people's kids. He was so excited. I was not having a great time, but he was so excited because it was my first time there. He really wanted me to meet Mickey Mouse, because they're like old college friends or something. And I was like, I don't get, why do we need to meet whoever's playing Mickey Mouse today? He's like, no, it's going to be great. We're going to get our picture taken with him. We'll take it home. We'll show our kids. They're going to love it. And I was like, okay, that makes sense because I've read parenting books, so I know the greatest gift you can give your kids is memories of you at a theme park without them. So this line to meet Mickey was like 2 hours long, and my husband was having just a great time. He was picking up all these old-timey appliances, like, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? When you say this vacation's complete. And I was not feeling it. Like, you know that mood you get in when you've had a corn dog for dinner on your anniversary? Yeah. But we did finally get to meet Jared from Fresno, probably. Yeah, we took our picture with Mickey. We took it home. We showed our kids. My son was like, what? You got to meet Mickey Mouse? I want to meet Mickey Mouse. So this year for his birthday, we're finally going to take him to Chuck E. Cheese. It's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to drop your life savings on 12 hours of hell or $50 to meet an equally talented mouse? Yeah. So when I was pregnant with my second kid, my oldest, my son was 2 years old. I was pregnant with my second, and we were like at the doctor having the ultrasound done, the one where they like make sure everything's okay and tell you what the sex of the baby is. And the ultrasound tech was like, oh man, everything looks super great. Baby looks super healthy. It looks like you're having a healthy baby girl. And my husband went, oh shit. And I had to like physically stop the ultrasound tech from stabbing him with a pen. I was like, no. He's not upset that it's a girl. He doesn't care about that. He was just hoping she'd be missing a foot so that we could get the fast pass at Disneyland. Yeah. But see, the reason why I'm not like a huge fan of Disneyland is I get really nauseous on the rides. The worst ride for me was Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you guys know that ride? It used to be Tower of Terror. Yeah, it's a bummer though. It's a really like cool attraction. It's very imaginative and creative. Like while you're going through the line anyway, it's like telling this whole story you get to be a part of. And I'm a woman, so I'm like way more into the build up than the actual ride. Yeah, because it's kind of just a lot of up and down. Kind of right when you get into it, it finishes. Yeah. It doesn't matter how long you waited for it. It's got a max ride time of 47 seconds. And then it breaks down a lot, so you have to be like, no, it's totally fine because I had a really great time. So much fun. Yeah. And then they're like, no, just stay there. We're going to get it up and running again. Just stay right there. That's fine. I don't think it should be called Tower of Terror. It's like a small, small world. I was homeschooled. Anyone else in here homeschooled? No? Congratulations to you all. I was like part of the religious homeschool group. There's like two groups. There's like the hippie homeschoolers and the religious homeschoolers. The hippie homeschoolers, their parents aren't like super concerned with education. They just kind of send them outside in that science class. And the religious homeschoolers, like me and my sisters, our parents took our education very seriously. We had textbooks, the Old and the New Testament. And the hippie homeschoolers, they all grew up to be like really talented artists, and we grew up to be really talented wives. Yeah, I call that the stay-at-home student to stay-at-home mom pipeline. Yeah, it's just a bummer though because we don't have any old high school friends to sell our essential oils to. Yeah. I've noticed something about homeschool families, though. They tend to have a lot of kids. They tend to give them these, like, matching names. You guys know these families? Like, the Duggars, 19 kids. They all had J names. J for jail. And I think it's super annoying. I think parents do this. It makes it seem like they see their kids as just accessories, Like, look at me and my matching name kids. My family was like this. We had a Heather, a Heidi, a Holly, and a handbag. Handbag hates that joke. She's like, I'm a person. And we're like, close, you're a purse. But we knew this other family. They had 8 kids. They gave them all P names. Peter, Parker, Paul, on and on. 8 kids, all P names. And they never used pull out. Feels like an opportunity that they should have wasted. All right, I'm going to give it back up to Joey. Am I giving it to Joey? All right, let's keep it going. Thanks, guys.
Hey, clap for Holly, everybody. How you guys doing? You all right? Not doing so good. My eyelashes are falling out at an alarming rate, and I don't really know what to do about it. Every time I rub my eye, I pull my hand back, I got like 4 eyelashes on it. Like, really wish this would stop happening. It doesn't. Oh man. I grew up in what some people may call a broken home. Any other latchkey kids out there? Yeah, there's one. What's up, buddy? I knew you were gonna raise your hand when I asked that question. I didn't even look over there. I was like, this guy, he knows, man. Now, some people will tell you that a young boy growing up in a house without a positive male role model will be detrimental to his upbringing. And maybe that's true. I never learned to shave properly, and I fight like this. So, who can tell, really? But I can tell you this, man. You grow up in a single-parent home, working mom never around, you spend a lot of time alone. You grow up with a way better imagination than all those other two-parent kids did, because you're forced to, right? It's always that fucking day at school. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. I'm trying to get away from it. I'm somehow getting tangled in a metal pole. You end up going to fucking school. There's always that day when all the little bastards are standing around going, my dad's an airline pilot. My dad's a doctor. My dad's a lawyer. Yeah, let me tell you something about my dad. My dad works for the CIA, all right? Codename Dragon Lord. They don't just hand that out to anybody. He earned it with blood. You have no idea how serious this is. My dad could kill your dad with weaponry that hasn't even been invented yet. Do you like Frosted Flakes? Yeah, well, he invented those, so you're welcome. You want to meet him? No, you can't meet him. He lives on a rocket ship. Stop asking stupid questions. And then you go home, watch the Brady Bunch, and cry into a pillow. That's real life. I knew that was gonna, I was like, that's way too depressing. And that voice in my head was like, fucking do it anyway. Just because, it's us here. How are you doing, man? Where did you come from? You just hanging out? That's awesome, man. Can I tell you a secret about me? I fucking hate doing crowd work, dude. Every time I start, I'm like, you shouldn't do this. And I ask some stupid fucking question. Like, where'd you come from, man? I look like a dick, so that's all right. I usually do. I have kids. That's fun. Do you have kids? Fucking virgin, man. Well, strap in for some relatable comedy. How about you? Do you have kids? No? Nobody has kids? You have cats? You smoke weed? All right, let's do a weed joke. Did anyone else hear that, or do I have a tumor? Okay, cool. Like my whole fucking brain just restarted or something. What time is it? 9:32. No fucking clue when I got up here. What were we talking about? Smoking weed. No, we decided not to do kids because I'm alone in that. Well, except for Holly, but cats. Right, okay. Well, I don't have any jokes about cats because I don't like them. I met this girl once and I started dating her and I really, really liked her, but she had 2 cats. And I was like, oh, I got to outlive these fuckers now. And we got married and had kids, and the last one just died like 4 years ago. And we haven't gotten another cat since. So there's your cat story, I guess. I don't have jokes about cats. I don't know why you're like, dude, cats, woo. Are you a dog person, sir? Oh, okay. Wow. No. Are you like cats? Oh, okay. All right. If you said no to that, I was going to be like, fuck, you must be lonely. But you got cats. You're all right. You got cats and this. on a Friday. Friday? Is it Friday? I get so confused, you guys. Anyway, you guys ready for your headliner? Cool. She's super funny. She's been sitting over there enjoying the show. You may have thought she was an audience member. Nope. She's your headliner who's going to do as much or as little time as she prefers. You do not have to fill the whole rest of the hour because there's like a guy here. So give it up for Lizzie, everybody.
Joey. Anyway, yeah, no, he did come from down the street. He was the guy that was following me for the past 3 blocks. He was really cool about it, though. He's like, no, I didn't. No. You guys, I thought that I had been through, like, my quarter life crisis. I'm 26 years old. Anybody in that age range here? No. Younger, older? Clearly. No. No, I'm kidding. It was just in the pain in your eyes I could see, not the aging part. You look like you guys have been through it. Because I have too. It's okay. And I'm only 26 saying that, so that was actually supposed to be comforting. It didn't come out that way. No, but what the fuck was I saying? No, but I thought that I had been through my quarter life crisis of everything that happened to me, but I was recently talking to my therapist, and I said something to her, and while I was ranting, and she's writing, right, with her glasses and writing, and I said something, and she stopped writing and looked at me, and she said, wow. And I was like, why, is that bad? And she goes, I don't know. So if my therapist can't tell me, then fuck. Yeah. I felt the same way about that punchline. Oh my goodness. Miss, have you ever sneezed cum? Have you? I fuck with you. Okay. Have you ever sneezed cum? Not yet? You guys are going to try now to make it happen. Perfect. Now I can tell you how. So this is how I sneezed cum for the first time, okay? It's a thing that can actually happen. No, I was doing my community service, giving a blowjob, gentlemen. You know it's work. And it was getting to be the final countdown, you know? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Anyway. And it was getting to be like the 3, 2, 1. And so I forgot to breathe. So then when it happened, I just and then it was all over him. Not me. I brought the rag. I made sure it was warm. I was like, here you go, baby girl. Ain't no thing. Fucking stupid. No, I like having that brief power. It feels so great. Because I hate it. Because men, why is the rag always cold, though? Take your time, you know? I'd rather let it drip off my face. These aren't jokes anymore. I'm just... I'm having fun. It's a goofy time. I'm a comedian. I'm so glad you're enjoying this. This went so well, you guys. Oh my god. What else? Oh, anybody into some weird sex stuff? Or just interesting? No? Silence. Very vanilla. Define weird? Tell me first. I'm so curious. You have to tell me now. I'm just gonna stare at you. Yeah, oh shit! Well, I'm good at the point is I'm telling you anyway. I was just curious. I was just trying to have some audience participation. Okay. Nothing crazy. But no, when I kind of feel like when you try new things that you haven't tried before, you don't know, you're gonna like it. It kind of feels a lot like wine tasting. So like the first time I had my ass ate, it went a little bit like this. Huh. Oh, is that a 72 Bordeaux? Nice. Not a Pinot, you guys. I don't like, yeah. Anyway. Oh. And then I think like BDSM is kind of more like, something I recently learned about. Another comic told me about hippie flipping. It's when you try a bunch of drugs at the same time. So, oh my God. You guys, I recently had a high school reunion. 10-year. I slept with a jock that I went to high school with. We actually had a meet cute. Those don't happen very often. Because I matched with him on Tinder, and then he came into my place of work. And he came up to the front desk with his mom, and he was like, hey, I think I left my wallet here. And I was like, hey, don't I know you from somewhere? And he looked at me like, in front of my mom? And I was like, yeah, in front of your mom. But yeah, my coworker went to go look for his wallet. He comes back to this little meet cute, right? And he's looking at me like, in front of his mom? And I was like, oh yeah. So the next day, I go over to his place. Okay? I get there, we go out on his patio and smoke, and he starts getting into talking about how the white patriarchal society is ruining America. And I just remember thinking like, wow, like it's, I get emotional. It's so romantic how family oriented you are. White patriarchal society? Yeah. No? Okay. He was a white straight male like you, sir. White straight male. Story. So yeah, we go into his room, and he's like, you want to watch something before we, get into the sex stuff? And I was like, sure, yeah. And he was like, what do you want to watch? And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, oh, I know just the thing. And he put on A Wrinkle in Time. Like that Disney movie based off of a children's novel? Yep, you got it. The only thing that would have made it worse is if, like, I walked into his place and he was reading the novel A Wrinkle in Time, and he just popped up and goes like, oh, the pussy I ordered is here. But anyway, it's getting to the climax of the movie, so naturally I was wanting the sex to be over, okay, when we were having sex. And I was trying to speed the process up because, like, it was pretty boring, vanilla. We're just doing some doggy style. And I'm doing that thing that we do, we do it, ladies, where we just, make the noises to speed it up, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah, so good. Yeah. And he leans over. He had a long torso, so he leans over. And he goes to whisper in my ear, and I got excited because I was like, oh my God, is something going to happen finally? Is he going to, like, spit in my ear or call me a bitch? Because I like to be disrespected respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I want you to choke me so hard that my life flashes before my eyes. That's what I want. All right? Real CSI shit. So he leans over and he whispers, shh, my grandma's sleeping. So I did not let him finish. So I'm so glad that I didn't need to get a plan B, because plan A should have not been to go to his place. All right, you guys, that has been my time.
Give it up for Lizzie, everybody. See how we booked that one, man? We had a mom of 3 just trudges through Disney life, and the other one sneezes cum. You gotta have balance. So it all worked out, yeah. Look out for the new sitcom on NBC this Saturday night. Fucking Odd Couple. All right, well, I hope you had fun. Thanks for coming out, man. That's been the show. All right. Hey, that ain't bad, right? Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right, everybody, that is the evening. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks for coming out. We'll be back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock. LOLGBT Plus presents hashtag STFU. It's drag, it's lip sync, it's stand up, it's all of those things, and then you turn them around and they do it again. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for a full calendar of events. We're here live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. All right, online audience, where can we send you? Where can we send you? You know what? We haven't been able to send to your old dad in a while. Let's see if he's still going to be live by the time we get there. Hold on for the raid, guys. We will see you back here tomorrow at 9. Have a good night.